feel that there should be a political movement associated with the Venus Project?
Not a political movement, an educational movement.
Very good, yeah.
Tell people what it is that's needed, how much arable land to support so many people, and transportation that would be safe. An educational project that shows how to utilize our existing resources in a more equitable way for all people. If it's a political party, you have to consider the value system of the majority if you want them to put you into power. For example, the difference between science and theological or biblical training is that if scientists find out that the earth is round while most people believe it's flat, they don't accommodate. They don't say, well, listen, folks, it's a little round and a little flat. Then you get along with more people. But it isn't the business for science to get along. It's to talk about, I'm using old language, the truth. In other words, if you find out that living near a certain swamp produces malaria, you don't say, well, it may or may not produce malaria. You can please the people that live near the swamp, but you tell them that seems to be a high correlation, living near a swamp and malaria. In other words, the scientist is supposed to state things as he finds them, not to accommodate to the public point of view. People say, well, if so many people believe something, there must be some basis for it. Most people once believed the earth was flat. That doesn't make it flat.
Right.
And some people, like in the Hawaiian Islands, they believe in little people called the mini-hoonies. That doesn't make it so. Even though the majority of people believe something, doesn't make it so. In other words, remember when slavery existed in America, you were not permitted to teach the slaves to read. If you did, they would be difficult to manage.
Right.
If you brought up as a particular point of view, and somebody comes up and says, most of everything you think of is not your own, it's what has been presented to you through indoctrination, they don't like that because you're calling them a sucker, an ignoramus. They don't like to be told that because they can't do anything with it and they can't do anything about it unless you give them a new set of tools. Remember, a surgeon without surgical instruments can't do anything. And people without a value system that provides answers, I mean workable answers to problems, don't know how to solve problems. They hope things will work out. No engineer hopes a bridge will stand up. He does calculations, he tests the concrete, the cables that support the bridge, so that he will know it'll hold up. Before he does that, he has to know what kind of weight the bridge carries and what kind of winds exist in the vicinity. Engineers never hope things are going to work out. They only engineer things to work out by understanding the variables required to make things work out. Now that's true for all things. Don't hope that your kids turn out well. Find out what it is and what is necessary to enable them to turn out well.